can jab step you and then fake and just come back and shoot it. Tough matchup, no matter who you put on him. Five seconds, nearly.
Fred Thomas, baseline. Oh! He's not just a shooter.
McBroom. Washington the miss. Thomas brings it up for the Bulldogs. And lays it in. 4 now on Sir Washington. Thomas all the way to the hoop and the ball.
On the break. Pull up and it goes, turning defense into offense. Ton Mays, the jump shot, 8-4.
Ton Mays really plays under control, much improved. Nice shot in transition there, really has control of his team and the tempo of the game.
Mississippi State, 2 for 8 from the floor. They've settled for a lot of jump shots. That one goes.
Tech, but he is an Arkansas. He played at Pulaski Academy in Little Rock.
He's an Arkansas kid.
And Thomas back down the floor and
doing right now.
Last time Mississippi State beat Kentucky was 7 years ago. They're trying to pull off a stunner here in the waning moments at Rupp, and Thomas off the window.
And Sword working against Obasahan, missed the layup. And if there's contact, it doesn't bother him because he's so solid, you can't knock him off balance.
Well, his body is bigger, so he just manhandles you.
Gavin Ware, double team comes, passes out of it to Thomas, who hits the three. And so Thomas
heavier than Hakevicius. Stroman went to the floor. Frank Martin, arms extended. On the other side, Fred Thomas finishes. Thornwell rips it. 8-point deficit. Fred Thomas all alone. Here we go.
That was a big three. He's playing well.
Yeah, the 6'9" senior gets the start again out of Venezuela. He had 14 and 10 in that first meeting with the Bulldogs. Knocks home the 3. 6-point lead for the Rebels. Johnny Zabardo.
You know, holding their shorts down when they're bending over during dead balls. They seem to be real active and enthused, and they've played extremely well here today on both ends.
Gavin Ware getting a breather right now into Zapardo, and he banks it in.
Great floor. That's when the run was made. Kaichinus from outside. No good. Oh, that's a rebound. Carrera had no right to.
Good job of staying down and being the second to leave the floor on that block shot by Fred Thomas.
Ready. Nice feed and the finish.
Nice dig in on the post feed by Justin Coleman. Created the turnover. Led to a basket.
Thomas. High off the window and in.
How about Thomas? Good move, but he couldn't convert.
I don't think that ball hit the rim.
It did not. Shot clock didn't reset. Thomas at 6. And he got it.
He knows what to do when he gets the basketball and there's nobody in front of him. That's another tremendous baseline finish.
Shot clock off. Perez step back. Shot blocked by Thomas.
19 points for Moody.
They ran a great screen along the baseline to free him up and give him the space.
Thomas, he answers.
Mississippi, right near Pascagoula.
He's got that luxury as a shooting guard. You play solid few minutes or seconds of defense and you head the other way. You've got some big dudes behind cleaning stuff up. Good matchup, though, Booker on Fred Thomas.
Taken away by Harrison, keeps it alive, throws it right to Fred.
Really surprised that kept Blismuth on the floor with 3 fouls. He drives aggressively, had a shot blocked by Thomas.
Mueller slipping all over the place, tried to keep his dribble alive. And back comes Thomas. Hangs in the air.
Thomas the block, and Thomas the finish. And for Utah State.
Well, against that man defense of Mississippi State right now, Utah State hasn't gotten the looks around the basket. They've gotten the outside look and knocked 2 of them down, as you said.
Thomas from the corner. First points for Elston Jones, and it's back to 4.
Big, tall, 6'9" freshman just batted it in with the left.
Fred Thomas. Smith trying to go against Gavin Ware. The big man may have bothered that shot. Here's Thomas for the lead, and Fred Thomas for the second half. Ball knocked free, but Collette gets it. Trying to throw the alley-oop, and threw it too long for Jalen Moore. Fred Thomas up and under, lays it in. Lead for Mississippi State. Fred Thomas with the intercept and the finish from Fred Thomas.
What a night.
Here early in the season in their first 3 games. And the Bulldogs come up with a steal. Here's Fred Thomas in the lane, high off the glass, counted, and he's fouled. Fred Thomas.
Coming back in for the Bulldogs. Bloodman. Mississippi State had a great start, won their first 5. Coming up short in losses against TCU in Corpus Christi, part of the Corpus Christi Coastal Challenge. It comes out wide and nicely knocked out. Shea Enjon, the big Senegalese 7-footers. Duvivier drives the lane, no good, and rebounded by Thomas. They want to run and gun as they push the tempo. Bloodman. This one up, and Thomas is feeling it, and why not? Back-to-back. Next to Morris Walker. He'll hit the bench and take a seat there alongside Shea Enjon. A brief appearance.
If I'm the Bulldogs, I'm trying to give Fred Thomas another look. He's already knocked down 2 in a row.
Thought about it third. Drives the lane, hoists up. Nice little runner. Nice little dish inside for Gomez, who's rejected by Gavin Ware.
Great pass. Another one of those close opportunities.
Back and forth we go. Thomas hit those back-to-back threes. Daniels will dump it inside. Bloodman. 15 to shoot for the Bulldogs. Isn't pretty from Ware. Gets himself in a tight spot. 10 to shoot. Thomas hoists one and he hits it. Third.
I think you got to say, guys, nobody's taking a shot unless it goes inside first or it's in transition.
Fred Thomas comes up with the easy steal, and Thomas gets it back and lays it in. Just
ties it up. Possession arrow favors the Bulldogs.
Nice jump step by Houston, who couldn't finish. And now Mississippi State will reset on the offensive end.
And the Bulldogs doing a great job rebounding the basketball.
Low post, and Babineau had the easy one off the left block.
A great look from Monasterly from the outside, the 6'6", 220-pound forward. Got a great look to Babineau, and Babineau finished it. Babineau now has 8 points on the night, leading the Dolphins.
Bloodman cut off. Back to Sword. Fred Thomas with a floater in front. Lead is 12. Ball knocked free by Fred Thomas. And he laid.
Well, nice job by Jacksonville. Good defense for Mississippi State. And finally, Jacksonville, Adiaye gets the basket, the triple for Jacksonville. And on the
shot like Mostella just put up, and he finds himself on the bench. Looks like he may have tweaked his ankle on that play.
Thomas on a steal. Thomas with the hoop in the arm.
They missed a big rebound late that could have sealed that thing.
Well, that's where the BPI numbers will come in, because 2 of those games you don't have your star player in Jalen Jones. He makes a huge difference.
Final 10 seconds of the half. Mississippi State can tie it up, go into the locker room, or take the lead with a 3. 4. Fred Thomas for the lead. Hit it! And
they're setting up in a 2-3. The steal. Look at that. I don't know if there's anything going on. He's starting to heat up, isn't he? You get the ball to him down in there. If you don't get a defense around him, a couple of guys, he's going to score, draw the foul, or both.
It's kind of that whole double-edged sword thing, though, Larry. I mean, they've got to get the ball to him, but he's got to work to get open and make himself an available passer.
They work it around to the corner on a 3. An air ball. Coming out of the pack. And there is Fred Thomas. Just how they drew it up. Knicks player. Nice pass by Canada, but the freshman wasn't ready. 4th turnover on the Auburn Tigers.
Those turnovers are allowing Mississippi State to play at that faster pace that they want to at the offensive end of the court.
Thomas on a 3. That's
at the end of that game, but this is a Seton Hall team that gave Villanova a loss, knocked off St. John's, and they beat Colorado when they were healthy.
Thomas getting that stroke back from long range.
James can't get it to go. Chicken Sword with the rebound. A 3-on-2. Over to Reddy. Down to the corner. Thomas one more time. Yes!
3-point lead for the Tigers. And did we mention he has saved his best for last in a lot of these big ball games?
LSU has been a great second half team on the offensive end all year. Thomas over Hornsby.
Well, he's gotten a lot more minutes, Dave, because of Jabari McGee's foot injury early in the season. He actually hurt his foot versus NC State.
Wow. Fred Thomas is feeling it. He started using it at Morehead State when he had Kenneth Fareed, the manimal. And in talking with Rick Ray before the game, Damian, he said everybody ought to play like that. He said because you press, you get back in that zone. How about that?
Zone volunteers and has them with a chance to win.
Oh my gosh, Reese got open and missed the slam. And Thomas gets the and one opportunity at the end.
Man to man, they've been outstanding.
Ware comes down with it. A wild shot from Gray. State looking for the lead. Unreal with his back to the basket. Thomas gets it and one.